Okay, so a couple years ago I got an idea to make a portable charger that uses a 9-volt battery. I don't really know where I got the idea from, it just kind of popped into my head and I'm like, hey, I should do that. So basically what I have here is out of a cigarette outlet charger thing from a car, like that you plug into a car. It's the USB thing, there's a little LED on it, and then I wired up some wires to go to a switch, and then a battery, obviously. So basically the way it works is this goes in here, like that, and the switch goes in there, and these two leads go to the switch. But this case that I'm printing, or that I printed, this was a little while ago. It kind of warped on the edges. I'm trying to find a good example. I mean, you can just kind of see they're curved slightly. This is a good example if I can get it to focus on this. Okay, so you can see it's pretty warped there on the edge, and pretty much every piece here is like that. If I take the actual thing, you can see it's not much of a straight line. You can see versus the top, which is pretty straight. The bottom is fairly curved. So I'm currently printing a different one. I went and revised it. I made it so that the battery has a much tighter fit. I kind of blocked off some of this part here, so it can't really move around much. And I managed to just shrink the whole thing down. So that's printing right now, and I'll be back when that's done and we can put it together and see if it works. Okay, so this is where we're at right now. I took off one of the pieces already because I'm kind of worried about them warping, and these are done. These are just the lids. So Cura estimated to be 5 hours. It's been a couple, and it's at 40% done. So I think it'll be done around 1 a.m. Once that's done, I'll do a little bit of a test fit and then probably go to bed. Next morning, I'll put everything together if all is good, and hopefully we'll have a working portable charger that uses a 9-volt battery. Okay. I'm gonna have to continue this tomorrow. I don't really know what to do at this point. There's bed temperatures, there's how much it like squishes down onto the bed, which I did a really thin first layer to make sure it would really squish the nozzle down and spread everything out. And that didn't really seem to do anything either. So what I'm doing, like with the actual bed itself, it's a glass bed, and I have hairspray on it, which I've heard is supposed to be pretty good. I have a different bed over here. There's the original bed, and then there's this one I got here. I guess I could try this one out. I don't remember what material this is. I don't know, I might have to give it a shot if this just isn't working. I don't know, I've seen people print on just regular old glass without any problems, so I really don't know what to do. I cannot get prints to just stick right, and it's getting kind of frustrating. Okay, so you can see how badly this is warped. It's not straight at all. These edges are completely curved inwards. They're supposed to be straight. And it just, it really does not want to stick. The support material came out of here just fine, which is good. Sometimes I have problems with that, but the warping is so bad. No matter what I do, I cannot figure out how to fix it. If any of you guys have any ideas, please let me know. I really don't know what to do at this point. For those of you that didn't see my post, I got a green screen. It's 10 by 12 foot, so I can put a table down right there, and should be a pretty good background, or I could put whatever background on it I want. It's the point of a green screen. Okay, so I'm gonna try to print with nothing on the glass, just glass on its own. No glue, no hairspray, nothing, just heated bed. I'll do 60, should be good. That's what I have it set at right now. Definitely need to raise the bed. What I'm actually gonna do, since raising the bed makes the knobs go down, and then if they go down too much they get loose and they can just kind of fall off. What I'm gonna do is adjust the minimum height of the Z-axis. Hopefully that'll do it. So there's this piece here. No. No, it's that one, yeah. This one? No.
20 minutes later.
This one. There we go, okay. So if I loosen these... Oh no, it's already all the way down. Oh no, it's not. Okay, now it is. Okay, try again. Okay, 60 and 205. Once again, I'm going to move the bed down. And we'll see where this gets us. Okay, I've got it leveled. Doing a print on just regular glass, nothing on the glass. We'll see how it does. I'm fairly confident it's going to lift off, but we'll just have to wait and see. Okay. Now we have this mess. I guess I'll try with a little bit of hairspray and see if it's any better. Okay, it is now has hairspray, so hopefully that'll help a little bit. Start it. Nice ball of filament. Now I have it set so that the first layer height is 0.1 millimeters. So if it's doing that layer right now, and it seems thicker than that, I'm gonna actually use that to level the bed, or kind of get it to the right height. So move the bed up until it's actually at that 0.1. The point of having the really, really low layer height is to get it to kind of squish the filament into the kind of the hairspray roughness, and really help it stick to the bed. Checking in, it looks promising, but it is far from done. It looks like it might start warping soon, but I'll just have to wait and find out. So, it's all done. I cleaned it up a bit. So let's take out the support stuff. Wow, that's interesting. It printed that little hole there without any support. That's cool. Now we need to check to see if these fit. Looks like it's gonna be tight if they do. Okay, so the lid does not fit. Neither of them do on either side. They'll go in a little bit and then they won't push down all the way. They're too big. So I got out my calipers and measured them. The inner part of these is 0.5 millimeter too big, which I was kind of confused about. I thought it was like something with the printer and the software kind of messed it up, or maybe just the printer wasn't accurate. But then I checked Tinkercad, which I used to design these, and the actual thing is 56.57, and then inside this is 56. So somewhere along the lines, Tinkercad decided to make this bigger than it is supposed to be, which it tends to do, and it gets really annoying. I don't know why it does it. It just kind of adjusts stuff when it feels like it. So that just messed up this whole thing, and now I need to fix that and reprint. So this video is going to be out probably a day late, but Tinkercad. Okay, so I did a little test fit with the battery, and I found that the space was way too small, so I remeasured everything. And I'm not really sure what I was thinking when I did it originally, but I had to extend the thing out all the way for the battery and the lead to fit. So I'm glad I caught that instead of printing another one and then finding out that that one wasn't going to work either. Okay, I made the hole that the hole right here that the LED goes in. I made that a little bit smaller to fit it a little more tightly because there's somewhat large gaps. So I think it's pretty much perfected now. I've adjusted everything that needs to be adjusted, so hopefully if it'll stick for a second time, it should be all good and done tomorrow. I didn't realize how much smaller my new one is compared to the old one. Okay, so it is the next morning. I did an overnight print. It is done. support comes out so easily. Okay, now let's go see if everything fits. Moment of truth. Okay, managed to get one on. Now the next. What I've been doing here is, on the edges of these, they kind of tend to bubble out a little bit, so I'm just taking a pair of scissors, and I just kind of trim those edges down. The PLA is soft enough that I can just kind of cut it. Okay, with a little force, I got the next, so it's all done, and, well, not done, but now I need to put the stuff in it, so let's go do that. Got the hot glue gun plugged in, so let it heat up, and, glue everything in place, and we should be done. So let's just put a big glob of hot glue in here, and stick in the electronics. Okay, glue the LED in place, sort of, and I'll feed the lead down into the bottom for the battery, like so. Actually, I'll glue it in place too. Why not? Okay, looking good. Get the switch in place. Not really sure which goes on which side. I think on is supposed to be on this side. Like that, yeah. Don't remember which lead does which, so it might be backwards here. I'll have to check. So let's plug in the battery. I'm gonna zoom out. Plug in the battery. Okay, it doesn't fit. Let's... connect it first and then put it in. That's better. Looks like the battery might be just a little bit thicker than I thought. Okay, it doesn't fit very well, so I might have to print another one, but for the sake of this video, I'm not going to bother. Squish the electronics down in here, put the top cover on. Well, it's done, so I flip it on, that little light turns on. And then it dims out when I turn it off. So let's go get something to charge and test it out. Okay, got my phone here. Got the charger and the cable. Put it in. That end of the phone. Cable is right here. It's not going off. There's no other cable. Turn on and we're charging. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you in the next one.